Those Jello shots are gonna hit me probably halfway through this recording.
Yeah, I imagine as much.
It's probably gonna be another
Weird one.
unhinged one.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. All right, I'm ready though.
So I didn't do cold opens for these.
It's all right. I didn't do them for mine either.
Yeah.
Couldn't think up a good one.
No.
No brain.
No. So, but what I do have is a little bit of a connection between the two that I am doing, and
That's something I don't have.
that's the fact that they are both weird, large animals.
You've got a thing for these just big animals.
But they're with a twist this time.
Okay.
Welcome to My Neighbor Mothman.
I'm Zachary.
I'm Levi. This is our Cryptids podcast.
This is our cryptid fan cast where we tell you who's the cutest.
And which one's the criminals?
Hey, this week it's Mothman. Spoiler alert, every week it's Mothman.
So the first thing I want to talk about this week is going to be the Yukon Beaver Eater. Let that hang. All right,
Yep.
cool.
It's creating an image in my head
Yeah.
of this is something we don't do. We should just list off the name and like have the other person decide what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking a quadruped.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking like saber-toothed tigery,
Yeah.
kind of like a big cat. How wrong am I?
The closest that the native people from that area can say is that it looks like a giant ground sloth.
Ground sloth?
Do you not know about the giant ground sloths?
No.
They were predators during the saber-tooth era.
So I was in the
You
right.
were in the right neighborhood.
Hey,
So Sid is technically a giant ground sloth in Ice Age, but he looks nothing like what he's supposed to.
all right. I'm looking up ground sloth.
But this is a cryptid
Oh my god,
from oral traditions from the Canadian First Nations peoples.
guys, ground sloths are
Yeah,
terrifying.
they have this giant spike on their thumb that they use to like stab. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about a coworker at Hibbett that the first day I met them asked if they could call me Sid, and I said like the sloth, and they went never mind.
Yeah, yeah, I'm familiar with that. That's really fucked.
You know who you are, and I know that you aren't watching or listening because you don't really like me. But if you happen to, I'm still upset about that. That was very hurtful.
All right. So it's described as bigger than even the biggest grizzly bear.
Don't like that.
And this cryptid comes from just oral traditions passed down. And it gets its name from its diet. It caught beavers by flipping their lodges and grabbing them out of their dams. Yeah.
I don't really like that. He's a little rude boy.
Yeah, he is.
Wait a second. Can we talk about? Do you know why beavers make dams? Like, what is the reason that they do this?
I assume it's to because then the fish that they eat are caught.
I didn't know they ate fish. I wasn't sure what they
I think
ate.
they're omnivores. I think they eat fish and plants.
Heard. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought they just like one of them one time was like, I'm gonna stop this water, and they're like, you know what? That's pretty rad. That thing you did, pretty freaking cool, my guy.
They're the species that changes its environment to their liking the second most of any other animal, and yeah, we're number one because look at what we've done.
Get wrecked.
We've ruined
Beavers.
this planet.
That's a different podcast. All right, continue.
So Don Charlie, a Canadian First Nation member, contacted the British Columbia Scientific Cryptozoology Club in 1989 with a sighting. The co-founder interviewed her, and in 1990, this account was published in their magazine. I got a little quote here. The latest report was from Violet Johnny, my husband's sister, who was fishing with her husband and her mother, and at the head of a lake that I can't begin to pronounce.
Try it.
Tatchun.
Hey, that's something.
4 or 5 years ago. An animal came out of the woods 8 or 9 feet high, bigger than a grizzly bear. It was coming towards them. They panicked, fired a few shots over its head, and finally managed to get the motor going and took off. There are other reports. There's also a report that a man shot one of them in a small lake in that area. Beaver eaters are supposed to live in mountainous areas east of Frenchman Lake.
Heard.
So this is multiple accounts from the mid 80s.
Okay, so like decently recent.
Some theories here I have for you. The one is that it could be giant ground sloth. Giant ground sloths were herbivores though, and all 5 that lived in North America have gone extinct. It could be an unusually large grizzly bear.
I mean, that's fair.
A surviving short-faced bear, which is a different species that went extinct also.
There's a lot of bears.
Or there was a species of giant beaver.
You're saying giant cannibal beaver.
Giant cannibalism is what we're talking about right now.
I've looked up short-faced bears.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like them.
Yeah.
Actually, the short-faced bear from Zoo Tycoon, kind of like.
Yeah.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah. God, no, I don't think so. It's where the nose placement, and then the other one was the giant beaver. Yeah, that's a big bear.
It is a big bear.
It's got long legs too. I don't like that.
Yeah, bears scare me, dude. I know this whole podcast is just me talking about things that scare me, but bears are on that list.
There's a paper published in 1996 by a university in Uruguay that suggests that at least some of the giant ground sloths may have been omnivores. I think that's where I was getting that from earlier. And proposed that they could have scavenged meat, taken kills from large carnivores, and even been an active hunter, using its long front claws and great strength to overturn
they had that
the giant extinct armadillos.
That makes sense. They had that giant stabbing thing.
Yeah.
If they weren't using it to kill, it's a waste.
It's defense. That was the old theories from like the like Walking with Dinosaurs like shows and stuff from back in the day, because I used to watch a lot of those.
Those were good.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was for defense.
What a cute little cat. Did you hear that scientists have doubled down on the fact that most dinosaurs probably quacked?
Yeah. Also,
it's very disarming.
Have you seen the picture of what a hippo skull looks like, and then if you didn't know what a hippo looks like, what that creature would look like?
No.
It's a nightmare creature, and that means that probably most dinosaurs also didn't look the way that we say they looked.
Dear God.
Yeah.
A hippo skull is terrifying.
Um, the a meat-eating version of this sloth would not be the first instance of a member of a herbivore family evolving to exploit resources based on like, oh, we got to eat meat now. There's no way around it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm really enamored with this hippo
The hippo
skull.
hippo, yeah, and that's the example here is that hippos and deers have been shown to sometimes eat bones to obtain necessary nutrients.
Oh, they've got like a full reconstruction here, and it's terrifying.
Yeah. The modern two-toed tree sloths are known to sometimes feed on small. Yeah. Hippos are scary.
Yeah, if you're listening and you've never seen a hippo skull, which it'd be weird if you had, unless like you Googled it because you just wanted to see. I would Google it because they're very scary. And yeah, that probably is true. That probably means dinosaurs looked like nerds.
Yeah. They probably all looked like just giant chickens.
Yeah.
Because all those like models for dinosaurs don't have any fat on them. Assuming
Just
that,
just
and
muscle.
just going full, they have to be reptiles and don't look any other way. But we've already figured out that they had feathers, so
So take that. Guy, who's the guy that made Jurassic Park?
Michael Crichton. He did the books.
No, who directed it?
Oh, Spielberg.
Take that, Steven Spielberg. Those are just a bunch of giant chickens. You can't change history.
But that's what the last one talks about. He's like, I didn't recreate actual dinosaurs. I made monsters for an amusement park.
Fair.
The giant beaver explanation here is that they were native to North America and could grow more than 7 feet long and nearly 300 pounds.
I don't like that. I don't like that one
Most
bit.
recent fossil dates were around 60,000 years ago. But it's thought that they had actually survived as recent as 10,000 years ago, meaning they likely coexisted with early humans, which would create that oral tradition of the giant thing that was eating the other beavers.
Man. I think I'd like a pet beaver.
I don't know.
There's someone I follow on TikTok that's got a pet beaver, and they just post videos of the beaver finding random things in the house, and just blocking up doorways. And it's so cute, dude. And just pats its little tail. Love it.
But yeah, that's all I've really got for the giant beaver. I think that was like a neat thing, because I was like, or for the beaver eater, and then it turning into it might just be the giant beaver, because there have been modern sightings of the giant beaver also.
All right, man. I think I want to see the giant beaver. Where's this at? You said the Yukon?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Canada.
That's right. We're taking a trip.
I get a passport.
Me too. Do you think my one from 7th grade is still good?
I don't know how long those last.
Me neither. If you know how long they last, tweet it to us.
I think you can get a yeah. Just passports last 10 years. Just totally out of context. He'll think it's a sign that he needs to go somewhere.
We don't need to give him that.
No, we don't.
He'll just up and leave. Cut that out. So Cryptid Fight Club, they are big.
That's the thing is, if you look at it like, if you ever watch a Tier Zoo video where he breaks it down by intelligence, like it's a video game, they got a lot of HP.
Do have a lot of HP and very large.
Yeah. And intimidation based on size is a big thing.
So did the giant beaver, did it have a beaver tail?
I believe it was just a giant beaver.
Okay. That's giving it something. Because beaver tails,
they also have those teeth.
They do. They got those little buck teeth. Let
me see if I can find out.
I'll give it a fighting chance against our lower tiered. cryptids, but it's not beating Bigfoot. I don't think. Bigfoot hop on the back of that thing, split its jaws open, like
See,
in
but it
King
can
Kong.
ride it though. Yeah, here you go. Here's you a size comparison to a person and to a regular beaver. That's a person-sized beaver. For those who can't see.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's a big.
Yeah, but Bigfoot,
Scary.
Bigfoot gonna smack it.
Yeah.
Bigfoot gonna hit it with a.
Basically, it's the size of a capybara.
Are capybaras that big?
They're big.
I thought they were small.
No, they're like large dog size.
Oh well, large dog size is not person size.
Yeah, but like then
I guess standing up.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you stand a Great Dane up, it's taller than you most of the time.
Yeah, but I'm gonna box the living shit out of it.
No, don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Scooby-Doo, no.
I'd beat the brakes off of Scooby Doo in a hand to hand combat. Scooby Doo not standing a chance against me.
All right,
This is taking a turn.
now I have number 2,
Oh,
the Capelobo.
is that like a capybara? Wait,
Yeah.
give me one description. Give me like where does it live? What's it do?
Brazil, vampire.
What?
And it's an animal.
It's a vampire animal? Is it a bat?
No. Capelobo is a vampiric creature from Brazilian myth. Have 2 forms, animal and humanoid.
Okay, so it is a vampire. It's just a vampire.
Yes. However, they look like an anteater or a tapir
I love that.
in the head, and then they have like a human.
Oh wait, no.
torso.
Human form looks like anteater. Don't love that. I thought you meant their animal form was just an anteater.
So these creatures have 2 forms, alien and humanoid. In animal form, they appear similar to a tapir or an anteater, but are larger, faster, and thinner. They have shaggy coat with black fur and a snout that appears similar to an anteater's or pig's, and they are hairy.
Wait, anteaters and pigs have very different looking faces.
They do. Well, it depends on which, because there are different species of anteater.
Wow, dude, I don't know anything about nature.
Yeah, there's too much going on.
There's so much nature.
We need to extinct a bunch of it so we have less to know about.
That is the most human thing I've ever heard. We need to extinct a bunch of it so there's less to know.
It's not clear how the Capelobo transforms from animal to humanoid form, or if it matters, or if it's a matter of transformation at all. But they are clearly separate. The humanoid form of these creatures is muscular with human body and anteater head. They maintain their thick, matted coat of fur. In addition, they are covered in head to toe in nigh impenetrable skin. Even hunched, they are 7 feet tall.
I don't like that.
Their front claws are similar to that of a Tamandua, which is a small type of anteater. It has claws. However, their feet have a set of perfectly round hooves.
Dude, there's so much going on with this.
And they leave an imprint in the ground that looks like hooves, which makes them difficult to track because goats have hooves, horses have hooves, cows have hooves.
Dude, there's so much going on with this. I've never heard of this.
Yeah. I went through the list that we have and went, what's weird? What's a weird looking name? And that's how I got here.
Such a sweet little cat.
Where was I?
And what was his name again?
Capelobo.
Capelobo. Yeah, that would have. I think if I had seen that, I think that would have stopped me in my tracks.
Where was I?
Oh no. The burp kind of tastes like
Hey,
chill shots.
Another notable feature is
Another one?
its unearthly stench.
Not for me.
So powerful that it is said it's always surrounded by a cloud of flies.
Oh no, like that little kid on Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Pigpen.
Aw, now I feel bad for Capelobo. No, I
Uh,
don't. It sounds terrifying.
it also has long front fangs.
Like a vampire.
Yeah. So I got the yeah.
I was convinced that I was a vampire for, I'd say, too many years.
Yeah.
Because I've got, so like everyone's got like 4 canine teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got 8 of them.
Oh yeah.
So for a very long time, I called them my fangs and thought that I was a vampire.
Nice.
Yeah, my 4th grade teacher made fun of me
Did
a lot.
Did the sun hurt back then, or?
Look at how pale I am, Levi. You tell me.
I think that's a yes.
No, I mean, I didn't really know what vampires were other than like from Halloween, just
Yeah.
osmosis. So I was just like, I've got sharp teeth, must be vampire.
Must be. No other option.
I think also for a little while I thought I was a dog person, but we're not going to get into that. That one didn't last very long, luckily.
Like a person who is also a dog, or?
I thought my DNA got mixed up a little bit because I didn't really know how it worked.
Yeah.
This was in like 3rd grade, so I was like, "Oh man, my dog switch got flipped a little bit."
That's all right. I was pretty convinced for a real long time I was probably adopted.
I don't think those are the same.
No, but that's another weird thing that I felt like I needed to share also.
Okay. Hey, I thought my DNA was messed up.
I was pretty sure I was switched at birth for a long time because
Okay, switched at birth is a little different than adopted.
Because I looked nothing like anyone in my family.
It was a very popular joke when I was a child that my dad was not my dad because the connotation was that my mother had figured out how to like straight up do mitosis.
Yeah.
Because me and both of my siblings, genuinely little clones of my mom. We all are identical.
Yeah.
The only similarity I have with my father is the fact that we have both broken our nose several times, so we've got big noses now.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, they just called me by my mom's name for, I'd say, about 8 months. Wasn't very good for my sense of self.
No.
All right, back to the cryptids.
So the Capelobo can stun with its foul stink, and even those who survive the encounter will get headaches and dizziness. They'll turn into Disney characters for several days to a month.
Not me, man. I'm built different. I might be able to take this thing.
Yeah, you might be able to handle it.
I mean, well, the stench. It does have fangs and claws.
Yeah, and is 7 feet tall, hunched.
Hey, man. I'm quick. I'm agile.
It's also known for its shrill screams, which can be heard for 10 miles, and are powerful enough to bring even the hardiest of hunters to their knees, and completely paralyze most with fear.
Okay, so I can't take it at all. Really buried the lead on that one there, Levi.
Yeah. You know me.
Really let me get my ego built up just for you to be like, oh yeah, and plus it makes loud noises that are bad.
They can the screams can be, when heard at a distance, can bewilder hunters and travelers, causing them to become lost and sometimes go mad.
I don't like that. Don't go outside.
They also make a less dangerous sound, which it sounds like someone
is there mating
blowing over the top of a bottle.
I love that noise.
Yeah.
Wait, why do they make that one?
I do not know.
They just can?
They just can.
I mean, so can I.
They have 2 options. Shrill scream or gentle breeze over the top of a bottle.
Oh, man.
Their thick hide and fur act as a sort of armor, and even bullets bounce off their hides.
You really buried the lead on the fact that they
can only be killed
with a wooden stake
by a blow to their eye or the navel, the belly button. and some accounts even claim that it must be done with a spear.
The eye I get.
Soft part.
Makes sense. Right to the brain. But the belly button?
Yeah, I mean that's the quickest way into your belly. I would imagine. That's the way I got my surgery, was through the belly button.
Yeah. Do you if you no, this might be different because you said you've had surgery through your belly button. You ever poke your belly button and you're like, there's like a little bit of lint in there and you're trying to get it and you push too far and then your tummy hurts?
No.
Me neither. I used to think that my belly button was an actual button that would make me poop. So I was very scared to touch my belly button. I was an idiot as a child. And
Hey, we all were. But hey, tweet at Grin Nasty your idiot things that you thought as a child.
I'm gonna do that.
While they are predatory, they do not actively hunt humans. They prefer dogs, cats, and goats.
I'm not gonna let them get you, Gracie man.
However, if they can manage to capture a human, they will suck their brains out through the top of their skull.
Wait. How?
I guess they'd pierce it with the fangs.
Just through the skull?
Mm-hmm.
But the neck's right there.
But you want the brain.
I mean, I guess.
However,
I'm gonna look like a little coconut with a straw.
Yeah. In some cases, they will sever the carotid artery instead and drink the victim's blood.
Okay, all right. Yep, there we
go. They're more likely to devour someone if they were foolish enough to hunt on a Sunday. I have no clue why. There is no follow-up sentence to that.
Now, when it says devour, does it just mean suck my brain out of my skull, or like
they have a
just
ravenous
eat me
appetite,
alive?
And they hunt at night to satiate their undying hunger?
There is so much going on with this.
Brazil, you're wild. This is crazy. I love it.
I'm like, this might be the Jello shots, but I've been stopped dead in my tracks.
Are you ready for one more turn?
Oh no. I've got to start being patient.
It is said that these creatures are a sort of lycanthrope.
Isn't that a werewolf?
Like werewolves, like they transform.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that tracks.
However, rather than changing between forms, a human who has changed into Capelobo has no hope of turning back. When a person is old and dying, if they choose to spend their last days in the woods, they will transform into one of these monsters.
Now I definitely feel like I could fight it. It's just old dudes.
They're impenetrable to bullets.
Don't care. Can punch. For the audio listeners, I'm huge and jacked and look so capable for punching.
He's holding up his fist right now. He was. Yeah, there it is.
Ready for punches.
Ready for punches.
I'll punch an old man vampire right into the ground.
I mean, like a lot of vampire stories are that they're hundreds of years old, though.
Well, yeah, but I think that's like they turn into a vampire, then they're hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
Not some 98-year-old man is dying and just wanders into the wood and becomes a vampire.
But they're like you haven't seen Underworld, have you? No.
How many times do we have to talk?
I know.
I just think I've seen a movie I haven't seen.
Yeah. No, listen. Every now and then you have, though, and it's something I don't suspect. No.
Is it Interstellar?
It is not.
Is it Ex Machina?
No, it is not.
Is it The Martian?
Not even close.
Is it the X-Files box set?
No.
Then I haven't seen it.
In that movie, one person gets bit by a werewolf.
Uh-huh.
And then later on in the movie, he also gets bit by a vampire.
Oh.
So he turns into like a hybrid
Wow.
to like bring peace between the two rival factions of that have been warring for centuries, kind of thing.
I've never read Homestuck, but I feel like that's Homestuck.
That's fair.
I did watch a popular movie that I've never seen yesterday.
Oh yeah,
I watched Inglourious Bastards for the first
that's
time.
a good movie.
It is a good movie. I thought Eli Roth and then the guy Zachary Quinto. I always get mixed up.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I was
Still
like,
on the eyebrows.
yeah, and they've kind of got the same like facial structures.
Yeah,
because I was like, oh man, I was like, my sweet Star Trek boys beating up Nazis. And it was
no sir. That's all I've got on for me today.
Cryptid. This might usurp top spot.
It might.
Cryptid Fight Club. Can't fight Puckwudgie.
Here's the thing. It has to be if something can figure out its weakness, then it's game over. But that's a lot of critical thinking that I feel like a lot of these creatures don't have. If you're a cryptid and you're listening to this and you feel insulted, I'm sorry.
Tweet at Grenasty.
Feel free to reach out at us at Grenasty.
I'm trying to think of anything I think that would be. I think Bigfoot. I'd like to see Bigfoot fight it.
Yeah.
I don't know who would win.
No, I think it would be a really good fight. Hey, Death Battle, if you're listening, we've got an idea to pitch to you.
Why would they be listening?
I don't know.
I mean,
people get bored on the internet.
Oh, God.
They've been in quarantine this entire time.
The jello shots.
Yeah.
Why did I eat so many so fast?
I don't know. That was a weird choice, but you did it.
I'm putting it up near the top for Cryptid Fight Club.
Yeah.
Impenetrable skin. Can only be killed by a spear through the eye or belly button.
The scream, the stink.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a lot.
The vampire part, the werewolf part, the anteater part. Just a lot less intimidating compared to the others.
The only thing I think it doesn't stand a chance against is the Puckwudgie.
Yeah, because magic.
Magic, and they were known to carry around spears.
Yeah. It's their hard counter.
And they're assholes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'd be like, you know what? I'm going to send the spear right through that dude's freaking cranium.
Here it goes. I'm going to poke him in the belly button.
Well, yeah, because they're very small.
Right height. Yeah.
Just get.
That's a little target.
All right. And now we're going into Cryptid Criminal Court.
Night Court theme plays here.
Wait, what's Night Court?
That was a show in the 80s.
God, you're so old.
I've never seen it.
So
I just saw
old.
the other day. It was like the anniversary for the show.
You're such an old man, Levi.
Night Court was good.
You said you haven't seen it.
I know. The theme was good.
Was it?
Danny Elfman did it.
What else has he done? Because that name sounds familiar.
He did
My hands are sticky.
The Batman soundtrack for like the old one, and he did Spider-Man, the old ones.
Wait, the old ones like the
Tobey Maguire one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that had a good soundtrack.
Yeah. He does good work.
All right, that's fair. I'm putting Giant Beaver. I think I'm gonna sit at like a 2.
Yeah,
it's just a big animal.
It's a jerk animal. Yeah.
Maybe a 3 because it does seem to kind of be a douche. Yeah, the Capelobo though.
It doesn't actively hunt humans, but if it gets one, it's not gonna stop.
I think I'm putting it at a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna go 8, so that's
because like the shrieking. I think like 10 miles.
10 miles.
That's a lot of like innocent ears.
Yeah, potentially. We're in Brazil, so I mean, it may just be a bunch of forest.
I don't know anything about Brazil.
It's like-
They've got the big. That's Rio, right?
Yeah.
They got the big
Yeah,
Jesus
that's where
statue.
Bob Burnquist is.
That's where they filmed Fast and Furious 7. I think, right?
I don't know. I've not seen that one. I saw up to 5,
It was either 6 or
and
7.
I've only seen them each. I've seen the first 2 a couple times, but I've only seen the others like once.
1, 2, 3 are very different.
Yeah,
4, I think, was the one where Letty.
that's
That's the one on the border.
is that
I think.
the Fast and the Furious,
Yes.
and there's Fast 5.
Which one was Fast 5 though?
Is that the one with the safe down the street,
I think so.
or the one where they're stealing gas?
I don't remember. I need to watch them all again.
I've realized now that I've not seen half of that series at this point.
Yeah, but you saw the good half.
Mm-hmm. Tokyo Drift.
God, dude, Tokyo Drift is such a good movie. We talked about the Tokyo Drift song. It makes everything you do a little more fun.
Yeah.
It's a good mood. It's a good mood song. Tokyo Drift by Teriyaki Boys with
Yeah.
a Z. Well, I think this has been My Neighbor Mothman.
Absolutely.
I'm Zachary.
I'm Levi.
A huge shout out to Coralie, username at LYCHAN_ for designing our artwork. Great job.
Absolutely.
Love it. I would just want to give it a little kiss every now and then.
Find us on Twitter. I am at Levi Carver, Levis Carver.
I am at Baby Mothman. You can find the podcast at Mothman Podcast on Twitter. You can email us at thatmothmanpodcast@gmail.
You can watch the show live on twitch.tv/Skeleton Crew Gaming or boardnerds.store.
All I'm saying is, not next week's episode. So what, next week's, this is going up today.
Yeah.
So next week will be right before New Year's. First episode of the new year, our Lord, year of our Lord and Savior. You might want to watch the video
Yeah.
because I've got a little thing planned.
Oh boy. I can't wait.
Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to remember
Yeah.
because that's not something I'm good at.
As soon as you get it, just put it in your car.
I'll have to. And that's gonna, man, I hope I don't get pulled over anytime in between.
no.
Because there will have to be some explaining.
Oh no.
So, normally, like, if the video thing's not your thing, whatever, I'm not gonna push it. But I think for this one thing, I'm gonna find it really funny.
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna like this. So,
And the video goes live on YouTube. Board Nerds show on YouTube. I think is what it technically is.
maybe. There's so many names for things.
Yeah, there. We gotta clean that up.
A little bit. We got 8 different names for things, and
Yeah, well, one's the LLC and one's the it's the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a bunch of business talk.
Business. You know how business is.
Just a bunch of business, man. All right, it's time for warnings.
Yeah.
Don't go outside. If you've got a lot of sharp teeth, you're not a dog person or a vampire. Trust me, I've learned. If you smell something super stinky, don't go after it. It's probably bulletproof. Don't go in the woods. Lock your doors. Lock your windows. Don't do 3 Jello shots before you record the podcast, because you're gonna lose it in about the middle, and it's gonna be a downhill fight. Unlike the fight after 3 Jello shots with the giant vampire person, because then vodka shots, you didn't know this, Jello shots full of punching power, and that's it.